Shalom, giving all praise to Yahweh, Shem El Shai, Shem Kakodash, Shalom to the 144,000, the rest of you elect out there, Shalom to you all. Anyway, I'm going to title this video, Vocab Malone is a liar. He had my video taken down on the copyright claim. So this is a video. I just got up half an hour ago maybe. I slept in a little. Normally I get up at like 5. So I slept late. It's a Sunday. Anyway, this is a video put up by Deacon Destruction Mode. Vocab Malone flagging videos losing badly. So if you watch this video, the deacon is saying that he had made some mention that maybe Vocab Malone is having relations with the sister that kind of comes against us, and that he even mentioned that he was a pedo. That's when you say stuff like that, and it kind of hits home. If it's the truth, well, it could be offensive. Why would you call me a pedo? We were called pedos. And the video was taken down under, I believe it, copyright claims or some other reason. You got to watch the video again. And the deacon said, well, that's hitting home. That's maybe it's true or whatever, which I don't know. But he's reading a comment from Vocab, and Vocab made a statement that I hadn't taken down. He said he took down the video because she was first of all, she's a sister, but wait a minute, she's coming. We got to defend the gospel against women. All right, talking about her body parts and whatever the case may be, right? Something that he said or some things that he said, got Vocab Malone, upset. So his reaction was to, take it down, and he gave the reasons if you watch this video. But he made a statement, and I'm gonna let it play, that he never did this in 8 years, and that's bullshit, because he took down a video that I made of him. He did a video maybe 2 years ago where he was doing a freestyle. So I took the freestyle, I copied it, I put it on my page, and I said the musical stylings of Vocab Malone. Now, I'm giving you free advertisement. I said the musical stylings of Vocab Malone, and it was immediately taken down. I didn't alter the video in any way. So I mean, if a man is helping you out, getting your brand out there, why would you do that? Because maybe he thinks he's not the best rapper in the world, which I told him that he's whack. He's whack. He'll never make it in the music industry. Neither would I. If you say, well, you ain't gonna, I know I can't rap. I can't rap either. Cavemen rap better than me. I'm not a rapper. Anyway, let me let it play. Then I'm gonna close it. Then there was another video put up by Apostle Gabar, which I gotta watch, concerning a question, but I gotta watch the video concerning Jacob and Esau. How can Jacob and Esau be separate when they had the same father? Well, it's simple. There's two spirits. The same reason why Cain and Abel, Cain would be considered the wicked, the evil one, and his brother Abel was considered the righteous one, right? Represented righteousness. Cain represented evil, wickedness. And to him shall be his desire. I'm paraphrasing Genesis 4. I'm not going to go to it. So when these two babies were born, Cain and Abel, when they grew up, one rose up and slew the other one, which made him, he's the first sinner. He was a murderer from the beginning, John 8:44. So it's obvious that those are two spirits. Then you had Esau and Jacob. Now, when you read about Esau and Jacob, the answer to, well, they got the same father, what does it say in Genesis 25:19 on down? It says, Rebecca inquired of the Lord, why is this going on? Why is there struggling going on in my body? And she received the understanding that, there's two different types of people, two manner of people, two different nations. Now, wait a minute. How can a baby be a nation? It means that baby will have babies and sons and daughters and sons and daughters and really sons. And that will become one nation, and Esau will become another nation. Two manner of people, two different types of people. You put the Edomite and a Jake. I'm talking about an actual Edomite and an actual Jake, and you say, well, dance. You're going to see the difference. You're going to say, that's the Edomite, that's the Jake. Let's go to the basketball court. That's the Edomite, that's the Jake. You're gonna see a difference. You're gonna see a difference. And what makes them different? It's the same seed of the father, but it's two spirits. And then when the baby Esau came out with what we would understand is leprosy. And you have two dark-skinned Negroid people that can have sons and daughters, and one of them, it's always like maybe one. It's always one that comes out, with the disease, which anyway, it's albinoism is nothing but a autoimmune disease. I spoke about that before. You can do some research on that. Where the body attacked itself, what the immune system is attacking is the melanin. And I believe it could be turned around. So this baby was born with a form of leprosy, a clean leopard, as opposed to unclean. But guess what? That baby that looks white is still an Israelite, but looks white. You're going to have Israelites looking like so-called white people. But the difference is, when Vocab asked the question, like I said, I haven't watched his video, I haven't watched Apostle Kabar's video, is that the same seed, yes, the same father, because the Most High was separating the nations to pick out a nation for himself. And that goes back to Genesis 3 with the serpent and the woman, thy seed and her seed. Well, guess what? Both seeds, the righteous and the seed of the serpent, was in that woman. Who gave them those two seeds? Adam. That the seed that created twins, or created two babies. Cain and Abel were not twins. Cain was the older brother of Abel. There was two spirits. There's the spirit of righteousness on Abel and the spirit of wickedness on Cain. The spirit of righteousness on Jacob and the spirit of wickedness on Esau. So two nations shall be separated from thy bowels. Look up the word nations. So now let me let you hear it. And frankly, I'm tired of this guy. He's a joke. He can't be taken seriously. And he's talking about body parts and should get on women. When he came down to New York, when he did the videos, he put me in a dress. And I guess he did that because I was getting on this guy, the taller brother, David Woods, about wearing a dress. And I said, look, you need to repent behind wearing a dress. And he wore a dress after that. So these dudes are clowns. Nobody can take. Look, what's his name? James White, Dr. James White. James White even got on him. He said, "Man, I'm not dealing with vocab." Dr. James White doesn't take Vocab Malone serious, man. He's an ongoing running joke that can't rap. Now he may take that down from me. Say you said I can't rap. Well, you can't rap. You can't rap. Only one that said that you could rap is stupid ass Christians. Somebody made a statement a couple of years back. Somebody said, he said even Christians don't like Christian rap. But anyway, and all you jakes that are following vocab and that Christian thing, how about Shemal Shai gonna destroy every last one of you and your grandmama? So let me let you listen, and I may cut it, or I may just go to the. You know what I might do? I may just go to the video that the Apostle Gabar, he put up 2 videos on the subject.
You don't cry and go flag the video. Somebody said, "Oh, poor baby, toughing out, right?" He said, "My reactions videos are almost strictly theologically."
He's reading what he's reading a comment or a statement that Vocab made.
Substantive. I've never done a removal request the whole 8 years. This was the first.
That's bullshit. Because you took down my video. Because I took a copy of your video, put it on my video, and I said the musical stylings of Vocab Malone. I didn't say anything negative. I said the musical stylings of Vocab Malone, and immediately that shit was taken down. Now, can I prove that? That was 2 years ago, 3 years ago, or whatever. You can either believe me or don't believe me. So that's fucking bullshit. So we caught him in a goddamn lie. Then this demon, he did a video making mockery of the ISUPK, where they were like different cartoon characters, but he was going to make a video on slavery in the USA, making mockery of what do you call it? What the hell do you call it? Antebellum slavery. When you hear that word antebellum slavery, it means slavery before the Civil War. Anti meaning against or before the Civil War. So they said your Southern whites had Jakes as slaves, and antebellum and the antebellum South or antebellum slavery before the Civil War. That was a game changer with the Civil War. So he did a video making a video about slavery in the USO, making mockery of Israelites and slavery, but he kind of changed it a little bit. So he has no respect for the millions, however number there was of Jake being in slavery. He pretty much made it. Can he do that? Like if I made a video about World War II, Nazi Germany, and the Jays, if I made a mocking video, they'll probably lock me up. They'll sue me. They'll throw me in jail. But they can do anything with us, and that's a good thing, because all publicity is good publicity, whether it's bad publicity or good. Now you got a video out, and I've seen a little bit of it. I got to see the rest. This guy Tucker Carlson, he said, "Oh, I had an interview with a black Hebrew Israelite, and he told me this and blah 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 blah." And I didn't understand. You understood it because I explained it to you. If you watch the video, I explained it to you. I explained everything I said, and he kept saying, "Well, why am I going into slavery? Well, why am I going into slavery?" He was concerned about the fact that he may go into slavery. And if you're an Edomite, and I asked you, I said, "Are you Irish? Are you British? Are you this? Are you a Jew? Are you that?" So we can narrow it down. If you would have said, "Well, I'm Irish," I said, "Well, you might be an Israelite." "Well, I'm Italian, Southern Italian," I said, "You might be an Israelite." So I was trying to help him out, but he didn't. But and then we're going into other things. But he kept saying, "Well, why am I going?" That's the only thing he remembered me saying. Well, why am I going into slavery? So he's really concerned about it, and you know, Tucker Carlson. If you and then you lied. First thing you devils love to lie, man. The first thing you did when you rolled up on this, it was on I believe it was on a Sunday. If not Sunday, it was a Saturday. It's early summer. You know, you had a light shirt on. I don't know if it was a short sleeve shirt or whatever. You know, you was casual dress, and it was like walking down. That's the way you walked down the street was robotic, and then you kind of made a right turn like in the military, meaning, oh, who's these guys? You know, and it was bad acting. And when I saw you walking down the street, and I knew about you from CNN. That's how far I knew about you, because you figured Jake don't watch talking head shows. I watch Bloomberg, MSNBC, CNBC, CNN, Newsnate, all them different news shows. I watch all them different just to get certain information, so I know who's who. All right. So like I said, the first time I recognized you, the first time I saw you was on CNN. So we're talking, I don't know, 15, 20 years, I don't know. And then eventually, last stop that you made was to Fox. So when you roll up on us, you were working for Fox. So I'm like, Fox is sending down this guy to get information from us. First thing I said was I knew your name, but I couldn't. When you left the name, Tucker Carlson. Well, he said his name. No, he didn't. He never said his name. I said, "Are you a newscaster? You do the news?" And he's looking at me. No, I don't know what you're. He's shaking his head. And I got the video on my page. I believe I'll direct it to you, so you can watch it. And it's a two-parter. So I think he was there for maybe 20 minutes. But he kept, but why am I going into slavery? So that's who he was talking about. So let me do this. So anyway, we caught Vocab Malone in a lie concerning the strike in the video on copyright claim. That's bull. I never did that in 8 years. You goddamn lie. You did it to the video that I put up, and I didn't say anything negative. So now let's go from there to. Let me see.
This and that in the political arena.
Oh yeah, and this cat from Atlanta. I hope these guys watched my video. I hope they didn't say, "Well, see, they're making mockery of you now." If you watch my video, you would understand why your eyes are like that. Possibly, if your eyes, and we noticed that 8 years ago, whatever, even 11 months ago, that your eyes, and you wasn't wearing glasses, and I explained what it was and how you can deal with it. So I guess these guys saw it as me making mockery, which I wasn't. I was looking out, for real. I was looking out. Okay, I gotta open up. I'm forced to open up another tab. I got all these other tabs. I know Barack Obama is mad at me. You good, Tah's opening up too many tabs. Okay. I just wanted to go to the video. Oh, this nigga. Brother Pope is not so polite.
Nicole Garcia.
Let me see. Okay, let me do this. Bear with me for a minute. Okay, I want to find a video that Apostle Gabar, he put up 2 videos featuring Vocab Malone. Will you care to join us in this morning's edification? That's what Han said in like the last scene of Enter the Dragon. And when I saw that, I said, what the hell is an edification? The morning build. Oh, that's a good top series. The Morning Build. Vocab asked Deacon Hakar, how can Jacob and Esau be separated if they are of the same father? And I just explained it. So let's play a little bit of this. Let's hope it's short.
Vocab Malone does not understand that Jacob and Esau were separated.
He understands that because we broke it down to him. He understands that. Like we'll show him. He said, "What about the Gentiles?" It says, "And what about the Greeks?" And Galatians 3:28. And we said that's talking about Israelites. Then he'll bring it up again. But what about the Greeks and the Gentiles? We've told you the Greeks and the Gentiles in the New Testament are referring to the Israelites.
Vocab Malone does not understand that Jacob and Esau were separated. All right, so I just got home from camp, and I was sitting here eating some grapes, watching this video here entitled "The Deceptive, Disrespectful Sakari Deacon Exposed." And basically, Vocab Malone is butthurt. Anyway, I'm going to play a...
Yeah, we don't take him seriously. He's an ongoing joke. You know, he's the bozo, the clown of the internet. And Christians are taking L's all the time. He never got on. Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia said, "Oh, Jesus, praise Jesus." And then right after he said it, he would tell somebody in the audience to suck his Pringle. Suck my can of Pringles.
A part of this video that's going on live right now, and you're going to hear Vocab Malone make a statement about Jacob and Esau and the father of Jacob and Esau, which is Isaac. So without further ado, let's get into it.
Happen. It's what he does, no doubt about that.
The Hebrew Israelites who hold to this are very emphatic in stating that ethnicity and lineage is passed down paternally. It's passed down on the father's side. Okay.
So she doesn't agree that your ethnicity is passed down from your father. So then,
yeah, because she's a woman. The scriptures speak about the woman.
And if somebody makes a statement like that, your line isn't coming. You walk away from that person. You know.
Okay. If they will learn anything, let them ask their husbands at home. I doubt if she has a husband. And furthermore, what is that? Job 39:17. Let's get that real quick. Job 39:17. Let me put this on do not disturb. Speaking of woman, ask yourself why at least one of the 12 apostles, why wasn't at least one of them a woman? If these women know so much. Job 39:17. Let's read that. Job 39:17 says this: because the Most High have deprived her of wisdom. This is a dark saying. It's talking about the woman. The Heavenly Father have deprived her of wisdom, neither have he imparted to her understanding. Let's go from there to Proverbs 9. That's why the Apostle Paul said a woman ought to keep silent in the churches. And these so-called black women, by the time this society is destroyed, they're going to learn that, man. They're going to learn to be quiet. Proverbs 9:13. A foolish woman is clamorous. Yap, 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 yap. She is simple and knoweth nothing. That's it. Let's get back to the video.
From your father. So then, even though God...
Isn't this funny? Your ethnicity is passed down from your father.
Absolutely.
What's he talking about in the context here? He's talking about Jacob and Esau. So if your ethnicity is passed down from your father, Hakah, then how come Esau whose father was the same as Jacob, is some entirely different people from you, you say.
Because they've been separated. Let's say that one more time. And the Heavenly Father can do that. Why? Because He's the Heavenly Father.
Here,
and we're going to read
he's
it,
talking
too.
about Jacob and Esau. So if your ethnicity is passed down from your father, Hakah, then how come Esau, whose father was the same as Jacob, is some entirely different people from you, you say?
If he understood the scriptures, he would know, he wouldn't ask that question. Let me see something. Let me do it this way. Bear with me for a minute. Just back to the basics again. Let me see. Genesis 25. Okay, let me see here. Abraham began. Okay, so let's come right here. And the Lord was explaining, Seer was explaining to Rebecca, and Yahweh said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bow, and the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger. Did baby Esau go into slavery under baby Jacob? No. It was talking about the offspring of Esau would be slaves under the offspring of which became a nation under Jacob, which was Israel. Let me just do that. Let me pull out a few words. Back to the basics, back to the basics, back to the basics. Let's look up the word nation. Gawaya, like them small has called the other nations Goyim. Nation, people, nation, usually a 9 Hebrew people, the descendants of Abraham. Well, he had many sons. He had 8 sons. They were all the 8 different nations of Israel, swarm of locusts, other animals, nations. Let's just come on back over here. Nations in the womb, and 2 manner. Let's see if the word manner comes up. Let's see what that means. People, nation. Yeah, to gather a community. You know, you got the black community, the white community, you know, the Chinese community. That's where you get the word ethnos from. You go to Chinatown, there's Chinese restaurants, they don't cook soul food in there, they cook their ethnic food. Two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels, and the one people shall be stronger than the other people. It's not talking about the one baby shall be stronger than the other baby. It's talking about when they grow up and have children, and their children have children, they're going to be a stronger people than you, than the Edomites. Let me see something. Let me do this. Let me see what the Christian scholars have to say about this. See, Vocab can't even get over the hurdle of reincarnation. And he knows that we broke it down the right way. Let's go to Cambridge. Okay, let me see. Okay, this should be it. I'm going to right to here. Okay, how the divine answer was granted, whether by priest or soothsayer, by dream or by vision, we are not told. Yeah, because what was said was when she inquired of the Lord, she went to a man that dealt with the Lord, and the Lord came back and showed him, you tell her this, that, and the third, which is a seer. It is in the form of the rhythmic oracle, and for lines, the oracle proclaim. There are the oracle, right, the speaker. There are two children who shall be two nations. From the first there shall be separation and discourse between the two. One shall overmaster the other. They have mastery over us, but we will ultimately have mastery over them. During the time of the kings, King David and the other king after him, Solomon, we had mastery over them, and now they have mastery over us. The younger shall be the Lord of the elder. Shall be the Lord of the elder. The historic rivalry between Israel and Edom is thus prefigured. What does that mean? That means it's already in the book. It's already set up. The Most High wrote it, so it is a prophecy. You want to mess a small head up? Tell him that you are Asoph. He said you are the Edomites. You're Shemitic. Yeah, I'm Shemitic. No, I'm not anti-Semitic. You're an Edomite. I'm telling you, you're an Edomite. You're Esau. They would say Asoph. And I know for a fact because I spoke to a handful of them, and they know about Jacob and Esau. And when you tell them that they're Esau, they want to walk down the street. The English is ambiguous, as Galatians 1:5. The good pleasure God who separated me, even from the mother's womb, of men, even from birth, the destinies of the two men and of their descendants will be divergent. Genesis, and they separated themselves, the one from the other. The elder shall serve the younger. The subjugation of the Edomites, which are the offspring of Esau, the children of Esau. It started off with Esau, Edom, and his sons and daughters are called Edomites. By the Israelites took place in the days of David, 2 Samuel 8, verse 14. And David, put garrisons in Edom. In other words, he locked them up, put them into slavery. Throughout all Edom, throughout the land. But the garrisons, and all day of Edom became David's servants. Now, when we look up that word in the Hebrew, the word is slavery, slave. And Yahweh preserved David wherever he went. Now, wait a minute. If that's a wicked thing to put your brother into slavery, why was the Most High with him? It said, and Yahweh preserved David wherever he went. So here you got David the king said, we're going to put these Edomites in slavery. And the Most High is still blessing them. And the scriptures clearly state, David, a man after the Most High's heart. We are those people. We are the descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You are the descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Esau. The same event is predicted by Jacob. And see, this is how you speak. If you're going to go on a TV show, this is what you go into. You cut to the chase with these people. Not like Bishop Nathaniel. He's going, well, I used to be a police officer, and my parents from down south, and this, that, and the other. And I like surfing. Just go to this. Hey, if we did an interview with Tucker Carlson to sit down or whatever, or 2 locations, we got the thing hooked up, I'm going to just come straight. I'm going to say, look, I'm going to go into the war. I'll probably, depending on how the spirit hit me, if the spirit got to hit me, spirit of hell by Shemin Shai got to hit me. But you got to tell him, he said, what time are we living in relation to Bible prophecy? We're living in the time of Revelation. We're living in the time of Isaiah 34, Isaiah 13. We're living in the end times. Luke 17. This place that you live in, that you call America, that you love so dearly, this place is mentioned in the Bible, but it doesn't say America. It says Babylon. Babylon the Great. Revelation 18, one of my favorite prophecies. Revelation chapter 18. Very simple one, but it's music to my ears, because it's going into detail as to how this place, it starts off with John seeing Babylon on fire, and after the fire went out, he saw it was a desert, and all he saw was desert type creatures. So he's like, what is this all about? Then the dream goes backwards. It goes to how the elected Israel got to be delivered. And then it goes into how great that place was and how other nations became rich. And at the end, the last, going down to about the 20th chapter on down, it goes into the destruction. It says the angel picked up a stone like a great millstone, which is symbolic. That doesn't mean, Bishop Nathaniel, see, an angel going to actually, no. It's symbolic for this place being cast down. And it's going to be cast down by violence. The violence is going to come from the missiles. So that's how I would talk to Tucker. I would just go straight and I would say, you so-called white people, you Edomites. You're the Edomites. And I would go to Google. I would matter of fact, let me do that. Let me do that. A lot of you guys want to sound so deep. Just go back to the basics. Let me go to the Edomites. The Edomites. Look at that. Let me go to images. And they claim we don't know what happened to them. That looks like Dr. Brown or Barry Manilow. The God of the Edomites look just like Barry Manilow. You know what I got to do? I got to go. Look, this is the devil right here. Look at this. They're saying these are the Edomites. These are the Edomites. You see how red they are? They're red. These are the Edomites. No, Edomites look just like this. These are Edomites right here. Look at that. These are Edomites. These are white people. Let me come over and bring it on down. Now this is supposed to be Herod. They made him look black. Well, the Herodians looked like Israelites. They were tears. All right. Let's see something. Let me put in the word Esau. Esau. I'm not going to put Esau either. I'm going to put Esau. Look at that. That's Esau. And you see Jacob, they got him looking like he's a tan white boy, looking like a Puerto Rican. Esau, this is a good one, Esau. This is coming from, but they're saying that's Jacob. Esau. This is what Esau looked like. Jacob didn't look like that. He was a black, so-called black man. Esau. Edomites. Oh, well, we don't know what they look like. Just go to Google. Put Esau, hit images, and then you're going to get these are Edomites, 2 Edomites. We have no clue. We haven't dug up anything about what the Edomites look like. We just lost, and we believe that they're black because David was an Edomite. That's why we don't take you Christians seriously. You're on running joke. Edomites. 2 Edomites. Picture speaks 1,000 words. Now this is crap. But the guy who put this together, he made all the characters of the Bible a Jake. So it wasn't like he was saying that this is what Esau looked like. This guy, whoever put this book or the site together, he made everybody look like Jake. So he wasn't trying to say that Esau is black. Look at that one. Look at that one. Look at that one. That's an Edomite right there. That's a pure Edomite. That's an Edomite. That's an Edomite, Ak. See, that's that Esau didn't look like this. Esau didn't look like this. Vocab. This is what an Edomite looks like. It's bullshit. This is supposed to be Isaac and Rebekah. They were not Edomites. They were dark-skinned people. And keep that fucking lie going, you fucking devils. Let me do this. Black and white twins. Okay, now, depending on who the father is, if the father looked like this, black, that's her. You can clearly see that that's her sister. But she's not an Edomite. She's not an Edomite. If the father is a Jake and the mother's Edomite, it could be 2 Jakes. She would be an albino, but she would be accepted. You know, she can pass for white. Look at this. Look at this. Depending on who the father is, if the father's an Israelite, she's an Israelite, and she's an Israelite. Matter of fact, you know what I'm going to do? Let me do this. Back to the basics, just for Vocab Malone so he can get it. See, I want to find out. Okay, UK twins. And I got a feeling that the father's black and the mother's white. So-called white. Let me see something. Back to the basics, back to the basics. Let me put in father. Okay. The girls were born to a white father and a biracial mom. Okay, so the father, if the father is an Edomite, then they're both, so she's an Edomite. So they're both Edomites. But the father could be Irish, you know, Polish, Italian, you know. Let me try some others. Okay, that's brother. Okay, now let's see. Let me see something. Mom teaches black and white twins to embrace their differences. Now this kid is a albino. I'm trying to find where. Let me see. Come on now. Okay, so this is the father. The father looked like Jake. Mother looks, she could be a Jake too. You see there's a slight difference. So you're going to have Israelites looking just like Edomites. And Edomites looking like Israelites. They're looking two little cuties, man. They both look the same. Both look the same. Let me click on this. Oh, wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. Now they would look at her as she'll go further than this one. Now look at this. Look at this. Look at this. You told me that's not it. That's a little white girl. That's the father. That's the pop. That's the mother. And they look the same. They look the same. They're two pretty little girls that are going to grow up to be beautiful women. She would go further than her because she got the blonde hair, you know. So this proves that you're going to have Israelites looking just like this. Oh, no, she looked like a light-skinned black. No, she looked like an Edomite. And see, some of you slow-ass Israelite camps, that's an Edomite right there. Look at this. Look at her. Tell me she ain't no Edomite woman. Look at the nose. Look at everything. They look a little bit different. They're still pretty girls, but she definitely an Edomite. If they saw the father, which is a dark-skinned black man, walking down the street with that, the cops would roll up on him like, "What you doing with that?" You know? "Oh, that's my daughter. Ain't your goddamn daughter." And this is them as babies. So this is not hard. This is not a hard thing to understand. The story of Jacob and Esau. This is not a hard thing to understand. Here, this is another one. Two little pretty babies. The father is a Jake. The mother could be an Irish woman. And look how the babies came out. You got the two, and then they had another set of, I guess they're both twins, and they came out black and white, or red and brown. And you can see that she looked just like an Edomite, looked like her mother, but he looked like a father. He features of a father. You don't tell me there's no such thing as Edomites. Oh, we don't know what happened to the. Well, I can tell you where the Edomites are. All around you, they running shit. It's on your, your dollar note, your $2 note, your $5 note. Them Edomites. So now this guy Vocab that received certain degrees from certain theological cemeteries, he doesn't know the difference? Come on, man. Matter of fact, let me go back a little bit more. I'm going a little long, but that's all right too. So let's listen to a little bit more. And see, if you can't understand it, we explain it to you, the whole Hebrew Israelite thing. If you can't see it, we're moving on, man. See, one thing about GMS, we don't shove anything down anybody's throat like the IUIC. We don't shove it down your throat. We talk to people, and you assess whether this guy can potentially be one of the elect or just some ninja walking down the street. Like you got a Jake walking down the street. Well, I'm Islam. My father's Islam. My name is Abdul Muhammad. And yeah, I believe in the scriptures, but you got to link the scriptures with the you hoping in your mind. I hope this nigga walk down the street because I don't want to talk to him no more. Now, if he's a Muslim guy and he listens, that makes sense. That's an opening right there. You do not shove this truth down nobody's throat. The ones that are going to get the truth are the elect.
He's talking about twins. They're on the screen. And he's chastising her about ethnicity being passed down from the father. Meanwhile, the context is Jacob and Esau. Do you guys understand the irony here? This is so sad. The audience can't even keep track of one sentence to the next for continuity.
Well, let's get into it. They were separated, okay?
Yeah, separated. Two nations, two manner of people.
Esau and Jacob were separated. Let's go right to the scripture. The book of Genesis 25 and 19. Even though they had the same father, the key word there is nations. The Lord said, as a matter of fact, let me just read it. Genesis 25 and 19. And these are the generations of Isaac, Abraham's son. Abraham begat Isaac. And Isaac was 40 years old when he took Rebekah to wife, the daughter of Bethuel, the Syrian, of Padanaram, the sister to Laban the Syrian. And Isaac entreated the Lord for his wife, because she was barren, and the Lord was entreated of him. And Rebekah his wife conceived. And the children struggled together within her. So from the onset, they couldn't get along. All right, because when you go deeper, the Heavenly Father had two separate people in there. Okay? One would play on the planet Earth, one would play the part of the righteous, the other would play the part of the wicked. Okay? Another title for the Edomites is the wicked. They're known as the wicked. Malachi 1 and 4. You can read that in Malachi 1 and 4. The Edomites are known as the wicked. So this is Genesis 25 and 22. And the children struggled together within her. And she said, if it be so, why am I thus? Why are these two children struggling in my womb? Rebekah wanted to know. She felt that was odd. Okay? And she went to inquire of the Lord, right? Because she felt it was odd. Why are two children that I'm about to give birth to, why are they struggling in my womb? Well, there was a reason for that. 23rd verse. And the Lord said unto her, two nations. That right there is a key word, nation. All right? You have one nation of people, you have another nation of people. Two nations. Okay? Two nations are in thy womb, and two manner of people, here it comes, shall be separated from thy bowels. So they were separated, vocab. All right? Jacob would grow up to have the nation of Israel. As a matter of fact, Jacob's name was changed to Israel. All right? And Esau would grow up to have his nation. Esau is Edom. Genesis 36 and 8. It clearly says it. Esau is Edom. So what you have is the Israelites and the Edomites coming from the same father. And the Heavenly Father can do that. Okay? The Heavenly Father can take one man, and out of that one man.
I just noticed something, and I'm gonna watch this. Okay, this, if you've been watching vocab, I got vocab on the brain. What's his name? Chris Cuomo. He used to work for CNN. He was news personality. I'm not going to say he's he's far from a journalist. He's not a journalist. He's a news personality. Anyway, he went on Patrick Bet David. The PBD stand for Patrick Bet David, which is of Iranian descent. And he had Cuomo on, and Cuomo was talking about that pretty much, not so many words. He was saying that whole C-Ragamuffin thing and the jump shot was all BS. He got injured by it, and that now he takes, I think, on a regular ivermectin for his condition. So now they're talking about there's going to be a debate between Cuomo and Dave Smith debate. Cuomo slam for hypocrisy. Right, double standard. He said you got to take it. He got sick. He was that's when it was a deadly disease. Don't even be outside. And he was relocated to his home in the basement. But somebody was on a bike and they saw him out there. And the guy said, "What are you doing out there?" Then he said on the show, "Oh, I just went out there for a run." But back then it was so deadly. If you had it, you had to be quarantined. Quarantine means you got to be locked in. And I remember him doing this fake acting. I can't kick this fever. So, and then his brother, he kept pushing the ventilators, which the ventilators could kill you. So people were dying from the ventilators. Even CNN said that. CNN started saying you can catch stroke from taking that Caragma, the Bell palsy and all that. So he didn't switch the stance around. So I'll try to watch it. But see how the truth is coming out. And remember, you had I'm not going to mention no names. You had two major Hebrew Israelite groups both saying, and not too many, well, one said it, take it. You take it, man. And the other one said, do what you have to. Ain't nothing wrong with taking it. And if you got a problem with that, I got the receipts. I got plenty of receipts. So damn me to bring out them receipts. I got the receipts. I got the videos when they actually said it. You can see their mouths moving. All right? Them two major leaders, they said go ahead and take it. You watching this, Captain Cesariak? You watching this, Bishop Kenai? Because I see you, Bishop Kenai. You be looking at Bishop Nate sideways, bro. You be kind of looking at, what's this nigga talking about now? Yo, what's up? You just a good slave. You just a good slave master's bishop. The bishop? Anyway, let's come on back. Oh, by the way, if you watch my videos before the fight, Usyk versus Fury, what did I say? I said a couple of times. I said Usyk is going to win.
Bring two.
And I'll go as far as saying this. Usyk is the next Floyd Mayweather. He'll most likely retire undefeated. I don't see anybody beating him. I don't see anybody beating that guy. That nigga's special. Ain't no Jake beating this guy. Now I could be wrong, but I doubt it, man. See, at his gym, he got black icons in the gym, and before he works out, he prays to the black icons. So he knows that the people of the Most High are people of color. And don't be surprised if he is a Jake. Lomachenko, that's a bad dude. Lomachenko's a bad dude. The Klitschko brothers are bad dudes. Alexander Usyk is a bad dude. I said this guy was a bad dude when he beat Anthony Bello, which is pretty Ricky Carlin on the first Creed. Because Bello can fight. He was a world champion. That dude can shoot joints. And I said, for this guy to knock him out, I said, this is going to be hard to beat this guy. And he was a cruiserweight.
Two nations. That's essentially what he did with Isaac. Okay? Two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. And the one people shall be stronger than the other people. Now, it's a known fact the Israelites are stronger than the Edomites. Okay? We're stronger physically, we're stronger mentally, we're stronger spiritually. Okay, and an anecdote for that is when Esau, case in point, Esau has something called organ harvesting. What kind of organs do they want to get when they need a body part replaced? What are the most desirable organs? The organs of the so-called black man, the kidneys, the liver, you name it. Even the movie, what was the name of that movie showed you that? The movie Get Out, okay? The most desirable body parts, the strongest desirable body parts are usually that of a so-called black man, a so-called...
Well, they took the whole body. They took the whole body. They took the spirit of the Edomite, old ass Edomite, and put it into Jake's body. And watch that movie. You got to watch that movie again. I was at the garden party, and the main character with his girl, and you had one Edomite. He was talking about Jake, and he said the pendulum is swinging to the other side. At one time, white was ruling shit, and he said now it's quickly swinging to the black side. And then he made a statement. He said, black is back in fashion. What did he mean by he said that? If he said black is back in fashion, that means we were in fashion. We were on top. He said in them few words, he said that Jake was ruling over the Edomites. And now Esau rules over us, and Jake is going to rule over the Edomites again and the other nations. We are the Israelites. You're going down. Thermonuclear destruction. America is Babylon the Great whore that sitteth upon many waters, the great whore that's the whore that sitteth upon the scarlet-colored beast, represents NATO and the EU, which includes the United States and Canada. Babylon the Great will be utterly destroyed. And those other nations far off in Europe and China around there, they're going to look from a distance. Everything going to be breaking news. That's going to be breaking news. America has lost the war to the Russians. If there's 300, supposed to be 350 million people in America, right? So if there's 300 million or 300 plus million, all 300 plus million will be burnt to death. You're not going to drown. Some of you are going to catch a heart attack, which is a good thing. You're going to stroke out. You're just going to drop dead. You're going to give up the ghost, so you won't feel it. But the Most High going to leave the body in you so you can feel it. And ultimately, that's going to be the major breaking news when Babylon the Great is utterly destroyed by thermonuclear destruction. And I'll tell what's his name? I'll tell my man Tucker Carlson in a minute. He's a tadpole. He's a little guy. Peter Bet David, little guys. Joe Rogan, little guys. Luke Rudowski, little guy. Alex Jones, little guy. These are little guys. These are little guys, man. Why do you think they're trying to pass a law to do away with the Bible or part of the Bible? Because that's the book. The book has no power if it's separated from the Israelites. But now that the Israelites got the book and we're connected to the book, that's when they're popping out. That's when these devils are popping out the woodwork. All right? The scriptures speak about fame, right? Let me go to that. Let me go to that. Hey, like what's this guy? Is his name Charlie Brown? From Leaders of the New School. And they got together with I believe De La Soul and they did the what's in the scenario, and what's his name? Is his name Charlie Brown? He said, and the rest are doo-doo. In other words, in Islam, anything else, the rest are doo-doo. This is the truth. Okay, where the hell did I say I was gonna go? You see? Anyway, let me come back over here. It'll come back to me.
Negro. Okay? We're stronger than the so-called white man. Absolutely. And even the so-called white man knows this. His woman damn sure know it. Okay? So it's two separate nations. Okay? And the Lord said unto her, two nations are in thy womb, and two manner of people. All right, the Israelites would have their way, the Edomites would have their way. The Edomites, they like their meat damn near uncooked. Okay? The Edomites like their meat damn near uncooked with blood in it. All right, the Israelites, as in the so-called, beginning with the so-called black man, we like our meat cooked with no blood in it. Okay, that's just one example. The Edomites, they like to go rock climbing rocks and shit. Us Israelites begin.
Where you ever see a nigger climb a fucking mountain, man? Huh? The black woman don't refuse. Hey, I ain't going up there now. You kidding me?
The so-called black man, we don't climb rocks. We don't do that. That's not in our spirit. Two different spirits, Vocab. Okay? When you look at the so-called white man try to dance, he looks retarded, okay? But then when you look at our people, beginning with the so-called black man dancing, they have rhythm.
Yeah, perfect example of that is the movie Leave the World Behind, the dance scene with, what's her name, Roberts and the Jake. And the Jake was dancing rhythmically. You can see right there he was a Jake. And she was trying to dance. Oh, they were playing Jagged Edge. They were playing Jagged Edge. And she was trying to do I said this, because I thought she could have been an Israelite, you know? I said, she a Edomite, man. This bitch is an Edomite. I said, they should have cut that out the movie. That shit is embarrassing, man. Yeah, I kind of felt bad for her. I said, damn, geez, that bitch is she a fucking Edomite, you know?
Okay, we're known to have rhythm. Two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. Okay?
Yeah, there was an old song back in the day where it was a song called I Got Rhythm, Who Can Ask for Anything More? Edomites sung that, but they didn't have rhythm. Now you had a couple of Edomites that had some rhythm, like Fred Astaire, he had rhythm. Fred Astaire could dance. Gene Kelly, all them, O'Connell, this guy, O'Connell, I think his name was, Apostle Kabar could help me. Them guys, they had rhythm because they were Jakes, but they looked like Edomites. Elvis Presley? Elvis Presley had rhythm, you know, but he looked like an Edomite. But Elvis Presley is a Jake, man. What Edomites you know like peanut butter? What do you have on the sandwiches? Peanut butter and bacon or whatever. He had some crazy sandwich, which Esau don't eat that. That's Jake eats that crazy shit, man. Yeah, Elvis Presley, I believe, was a Jake.
And the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger. And the elder was who? Esau. Esau came out first. Okay, the younger was Jacob. So eventually the Edomites are going to serve us in captivity, just like we served them. That's their future, to serve us in captivity. And there are plenty of scriptures to prove that. Reading on, it says, and when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb, and the first came out red all over. Right. The first came out red, meaning what? Lacking pigment, lacking melanin. And that was a mark that the Lord put on him to show him to be the wicked. Okay, that's where you get the term Esau from. Esau, when Isaac saw him, Isaac said, Ishashwa, which in the Hebrew is he wasted. That's what Esau means. He wasted. What was wasted on him? His melanin.
Yeah, wasted heat.
Okay,
wasted,
and remember, he had a different
heat.
spirit than his brother, Jacob. Okay, it says Esau came out red, and the first came out red, which would be Esau. He came out red all over like a hairy garment, and they call his name Esau, which the word Esau, that's a case of nomen omen. Nomen omen means name prediction. Esau means he wasted. What was wasted on him? His melanin, his pigment. Okay, he looked different from his brother. Because as you read on, it says, and after that came his brother out. So they didn't mention anything odd about his brother, because his brother came out normal, with pigment, with melanin. Okay.
His brother came out looking like his father and mother, dark-skinned people. Esau came out looking like looking funny, looking weird. Like, what the hell is this? And by the way, that's clean leper. That's why you can hug an Edomite. You know, like you hug a tree, you can hug an Edomite. You can shake an Edomite's hand. Edomite could cook. You can have an Edomite chef cook you something. You're not going to get disease from it. That's a clean leopard as opposed to an unclean leopard. Vocab doesn't even understand that.
Okay, but Esau came out red, without pigment, without melanin, or very little pigment, damn near if any. Okay? And there was a reason for that, to show that Esau would be the wicked, because the very mark that the Lord gave Cain was to strip him from his pigment. Cain made a statement, my punishment is greater than I can bear. His punishment was he was stripped of his pigment, okay, after killing his brother Abel. And Cain was also known as the wicked one. As a matter of fact, the term Cain is from the Hebrew kwayan, which means weapon. What was the blessing that Isaac gave Esau? The blessing of the sword, the blessing of weapons. That's why the so-called white man to this very day is very proficient in his weapons, his guns, his tanks, you name it. This is a man of war. They're the ones that go around creating these wars, starting with the top banking families, the Rothschilds, Rockefellers. They're known for creating wars and financing both sides because their blessing is the sword, which represents weapons. Okay? That's their blessing. So it says, and after that came his brother out, and and his hand took hold on Esau's heel, symbolizing we're going to pull them down, we as in Jacob, and his name was called Jacob, which Jacob's name was changed to Israel after he wrestled the angel. And Isaac was 80 years old when she bare them. Now, let's go from there to show more separation. Even the Apostle Paul touched on that, because that's Vocab's boggle. He doesn't understand. Matter of fact, let's go back to the video. Let's play it again. He doesn't understand that they were separated. It boggles his mind. As if the Heavenly Father couldn't do that. He couldn't make two nations, two separate nations, mind you, out of one man. The Heavenly Father can't do that.
Your ethnicity is passed down from your father. What's he talking about in the context here? He's talking about Jacob and Esau. So if your ethnicity is passed down from your father, Hakah, then how come Esau, whose father was the same as Jacob, is some entirely different people from you say?
All you got to do is read the 25th verse again. Out of his womb shall come two manner of people, two different types of people, and two nations shall be separated from that. You can't look at a baby and say, well, that's a nation. A nation consists of a man and woman having children, and their children having children, and their children having children. But then becomes a tribe, a family, a clan, a tribe, a nation. And I'm going to say this too. See, Vocab needs us. We don't need him. If he just taught that Christian crap, nobody would follow him. He has to make it spicy with the Hebrew Israelite thing. The same goes with the black conscious community. Ain't nobody following no black conscious community anymore. That's why they got to challenge the Hebrews. Are the Hebrews, the Israelites on trial? Because that shit is nothing. It's not that Hamitic shit ain't nothing. If you niggas are so Hamitic, go back to fucking Africa, man. There's civil wars happening among different African nations. Why don't you go, stop them, man?
Because Esau is an entirely different people. Obviously, you can't.
And the scriptures say that. And the scriptures say that. And the scriptures say that. Two different manner of people. Manner is like manners, right? You got good manners and bad manners, right? In some countries, like in Japan, in America, if you belch or burp while you're eating, it's considered disrespect. You're a pig. But in Japan, if you don't burp and beat at the table, that's just disrespectful. This guy didn't burp. That means he didn't like my food. That's their manner. That's their manner.
Can't read, my man. Genesis 25. Let's read it one more time. Genesis 25 and 23. Can you read?
Hey, Obadiah. I don't even got to go to it. Obadiah speaks about them being up in the heavens like an eagle and setting their nest among the stars, where the stars are. Who's the first nation that went up into outer space? Edomites. And there was a space race between the Russians and the Edomites, or the Americans. The Egyptians didn't go to outer space. The Chinese, Japanese, and the first concept of a rocket came from the Chinese with their fireworks. But they didn't go. They're going to outer space now because they're following Esau. So you can't get around the book of Obadiah, which is one chapter long. You can't get around that. Eagle.
Genesis 25 and 23. And the Lord said unto her, remember, they were struggling in the womb. Rebecca wanted to know, why are these two children struggling in my womb? What the hell is going on? This is why. Because they're two separate spirits. One would be righteous, the other one would be wicked. It says, and the Lord said unto her, two nations are in thy womb. And it was obvious. She inquired of her husband, which probably went to a prophet. Okay? So it said, and the scripture say, and the Lord said unto her. So the reply she got when she wanted to know why those two children were fighting in her womb, the reply she got was this: two nations are in thy womb, Rebecca. Which nations denote separation right there. Nations, as in a separation. Two nations are in thy womb, and two manner of people shall be separated. Not integrated, separated, vocab. Do you understand the term separation? Do you understand the term separated? Two manner of people. One should have this manner, another should have that manner. Okay, and I already gave you some examples. Two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. Right? In other words, when Rebecca gives birth, these children are going to be separated. Even though they're brothers, they're going to be separated. Right? Two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels, and the one people shall be stronger than the other people. I already explained that. And the elder shall serve the younger. There you go. Okay? And remember, Esau would end up giving his birthright over to Jacob. Okay? For what? For a bowl of stew. Okay? And that's how he got his name Edom, which Edom means red, because Esau
This is the love that Esau had for his brother Jacob. Numbers 20, verse 14. And this is when Israel coming out of the wilderness to take the land of Canaan. And Moses sent messengers to Kadesh unto the king of Edom. Thus saith thy brother Israel, thou knowest all the travail that hath befallen us. It was in Egypt. How our fathers went down to Egypt, and we have dwelt in the land in Egypt a long time, 400 years, 430 years. And the Egyptians vexed us and our fathers. And when we let me go right to the point. So Moses sent a message to the king saying, brother, greeting them the right way, brother Esau, let us pass, I pray thee. Because they had to go from the wilderness, which was in between the Gulf of Suez and the Gulf of Akbar, above the Red Sea. So they had to go north. So they had to pass through the land of Edom, the land of Ammon, and the land of Moab to get to the promised land, which is Canaan. I pray thee, let us pass, I pray thee, through thy country. We will not pass through the fields or through the vineyards, neither will we drink of the water of the wells. We will go by the king's highway. Why didn't the Egyptians put the Edomites into captivity? Because the Most High was prophesied that Israel was going to go into captivity. They left the Edomites alone. We will not turn to the right hand, to the left hand until we pass. And Edom, which is king of Edom, said unto them, Thou shalt not pass by me, lest I come against thee with the sword. With the sword. That's what they were blessed with by Isaac. So then you got these Israelites saying, well, it says in Deuteronomy 23:7, abhor not the Edomite. First of all, you dimwit, the word abhor does not mean hate. You ain't supposed to hate an Edomite. If your woman's on a period, you abhor her for 7 days. You guys don't go into these root words. And the children of Yasha'Allah said unto him, we will go by the highway, and if I and my cattle drink of thy water, then I will pay for it. In other words, I'll pay a toll. If we take anything, if we break anything, you break it, you buy it, right? That's what he was saying. If we break anything, we'll buy it. I will only, without doing anything else, go through on my feet. And he said, thou shalt not go through. And Edom came out against him with much other Edomites, and with a strong hand, meaning it came for war. Thus Edomites refused to give Israel passes through his border, wherefore Israel turned away from him. And the children of Yasha'Allah, even the whole congregation, journeyed from Kadesh and came unto Mount Herb. They took another route. But we got to love him. But the law says you can hate your one wife loved and the other hated, but you can't hate Esau. That's why the Most High going to destroy all these false camps out here teaching these crap, this nonsense. But the Most High set them up to be stumbling blocks anyway for you people that are not of the elect. Let's listen to a little bit more. I know I'm going long.
Likes his meat red. Unlike Jacob, we like our meat cooked. Esau likes his meat red. That's one of the characteristics of Esau. He likes his meat with blood.
If you take some Jake chick out and she likes her things rare, steak tartare, you ask her why I just like it. I like it rare. You know that's a tear right there. You know that's a tear. Now, if an Edomite says, I want it well done, I want it well done. She might look like an Edomite, but she a Jake. You say, what's your father? What's your father's father? Oh, you're a Jake. And that's something that IUIC does. They'll see somebody that looks like they may be an Edomite. So you an Edomite. You an Edomite. He might be a Jake. Okay, let me just check everything. I'm going to close. Breaking, was this an attempt on Iran's president's life? Anyway, let me close. Shalom.